Hi. So it's now been 2 months since I moved in, and I am now just feeling like I have a way around my apartment of knowing exactly where something is and where I want to keep them for the remainder of time that I'm here. And that includes my designer handbags. This can hopefully help someone out there who is potentially thinking about purchasing the same bag or something similar, or just wants, a second opinion. First, I thought I would share the bags that I wear the most and get the most wear out of. First one up is this one. This one is a classic flap, but in the chevron print. It's lambskin leather and silver hardware. Me personally, I think that this is a pretty practical bag, even though it is lambskin and a little bit more sensitive to scratches. I by no means took super good care of it at all. It doesn't mean that I was throwing it around, but this has been to the clubs with me, okay, and this has been thrown over my shoulder and in and out of subways and all of that. Actually, there's some aging on the corners over there, but it's just so beautiful in the sense that it's oh wow, she's really worn it, and in the back there's space to put in whatever. I always put my phone in there just so I don't have to open and close this every time. Put so much in there: a book, your cell phone, your keys, everything. I got this at Bloomingdale's through my SA. It was I think the 2012 fall preview or something like that, where sort of the VIP customers are invited before they release it onto the floor or something like that it was. And I went to go see, and I liked this, so bought it after reserving it. And yeah, I would definitely consider this an everyday bag. Obviously not if you are a student or anything. I literally can wear this with anything, and I can bring this anywhere. And again, it fits a ton of stuff, so that's really the biggest catch, really. If it's too small, it automatically just doesn't end up being practical, because you just can't put a lot of things in it, especially nowadays with the phones getting bigger. It's harder to consider something practical when it's too small. Easily put, it has never gone back into its box or in its dust bag. That's how much I wear it. So next up is this. This is a recent purchase. I got this I think in May of 2020 or June of 2020. I tried to wait it out when it first started going around everywhere. I really couldn't tell if I liked it because I was seeing it everywhere, or I liked it because I wanted it. I ended up getting it. I love it because this also goes with everything. Another good thing about this is that it's nylon, and you really can dress this up or dress it down if you need. Whereas, if you're carrying a Chanel, it automatically feels a little bit more formal than it does casual, So I bring this to work with me almost every day. As far as size goes, clearly it's not that big, so I can put my phone, all the necessities, my phone, my keys, my wallet, and hand sanitizer and stuff like that. It's super easy to clean too. If you get something on it, not oil, not oil, there's nothing really much to it. The shape is sort of a half moon, and then it has a flat bottom. It is structured Saffiano leather straps. You can get the fabric strap, but I didn't want that because I don't really like how it gets fuzzy and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a logo lining, and then the signature Prada plaque in there. But yeah, that's that. Another one that I just like kind of like, you know, gravitate towards often is the Balenciaga. I believe it's the Balenciaga City bag. Yeah. I personally prefer gold hardware because it goes better with like my complexion. I'm not really like a silver person as far as jewelry, but I do make exceptions for Chanel. The only con about this is that it is so heavy. This is from the early 2000s, and this was the silhouette when it first came out. I know now they have like different sizes and they have like the minis and stuff. It is so heavy, so heavy. Like clearly it's so large and like you can put so much in here. Also has like a small pocket. Also the Balenciaga city bags, again, I don't know if it's called city bags, I hope it is because I keep saying it, but they come with the signature like mirror. Yeah, and it also has a strap, so I do wear it like crossbody, and it kind of like hangs a little higher than like lower, which I kind of like that look because it kind of like makes it a little bit more like sporty. But yeah, this is something I also gravitate towards, but again, the only con is that it's a little heavy. It does have the studs on the bottom as well. Next up is a classic, and I recently have been gravitating towards it again, possibly because the new like rage over like the 90s and early 2000s look is the Louis Vuitton Speedy. I believe this size is the 35. It's just classic monogram print. The inside, it has like a small pocket over here, the lock and the keys. Yeah, but this has been something that I have been gravitating towards again. I probably will wear it more as the spring summer approaches too. So those are the 4 bags that I have been wearing almost every day on rotation, and they are just sitting out because that's how often I wear them. I don't even, you know, have the chance to put it back in their boxes or anything like that. They're just out and ready for me to wear. Every single one of them are super practical, in my opinion at least, and they really can hold all your essentials, and they really go with everything. The next up is this one. I don't know exactly what the fabrication is, but it's leather, but it's like a suede leather almost, but it also has this like sparkle. Like, I'm not sure if it'll come out on camera, but it's almost like there's like a glitter overlay. And gold hardware, it's like vintage gold hardware where it's a little bit more brushed, I would say. Sorry, I wish I knew like better terminology, like more professional terminology, but I don't, sorry. And the inside is like this. It's definitely smaller than the first classic bag that I showed you, but I do love this because it's a neutral color, so again, it's pretty easy to you know, wear with different outfits. I love how unique it is in shape and design. The bag is a little bit dirty because like I've had some transfer of like from my jeans and like clothes and stuff, so I guess that's also something to take note if you are purchasing a Chanel bag that is not, you know, like actual like caviar leather or like lambskin leather. Also in general, like lighter colors, you know, obviously will, you know, get dirtier quicker, or easier, I mean. So yeah, this bag that I love so much, and I wear so often in the fall and winter, is the mini classic flap in this beautiful like green khaki color. It's a silver hardware. Again, the only exception that I would make is for Chanel when it comes to, you know, gold versus silver. But it's the mini classic flap in caviar leather. So obviously it's definitely smaller than the first one that I showed you, but it's just amazing. It's caviar leather, so obviously it's like it won't get as, you know, beat up if you were to drop it or scratch it. But yeah, currently I have this. You can get this from Amazon too. It's like strap shorteners like this, because when I wear it just crossbody, like sometimes it's too long on me and I'd rather it like to be a little shorter, so I use those strap shorteners. But I just love this so much. Like, this is one of the bags that like I don't regret at all getting. I don't regret any of my designer bags actually, and that's something that I do want to share, because like I know that there's people that are like, oh, like designer bags that I, you know, regret. Like, I have yet to find a designer bag that I have gotten that I regret, which I think is a good thing. So yeah, next one is this one. This is also a crossbody bag. It's very unique in that it's thin. You can wear it multiple ways. So one way you can wear it is that you can put the straps in and hold it as a clutch, or you can just wear it as you would normally, as a crossbody bag or just a regular shoulder bag. I have the strap shortener from Amazon on here, just because again, it's just preference. Some people like to wear it longer, but me personally, like I don't like it when my crossbody like bag is like too low. Also, I am a more petite person. I am 5'1", so yeah, I feel like personally that it sort of makes it more proportional to my body. But yeah, cute. And the C logo is very unique on this. Next up is the wallet on chain. It's a super popular style. It's almost always like either out of stock or really hard to find in a color that you're looking for, I'm sure, just as much as it is when you are looking for a classic flap in any size. But this is the Chanel wallet on chain. It's in this fuchsia color, but yeah, it comes with the crossbody strap. It comes with the card holders, or the card slots, I mean, because again, it is technically the wallet on chain. It has a back portion to it, and it has a zipper in here. You'll see here, like these are where the card slots are. There's 6 of them, so that's quite a lot. And then there's this portion where the authentication card lives, and then like another section here. So like total 1, 2 different slots, and then like a zipper portion where you can also put stuff in. For a wallet on chain, that's a lot of room. And for what you are getting, like, you know, you can either use this as, you know, just your wallet, or you can use this as a crossbody bag. So for what it is, it's, you know, in my opinion, bang for your buck, which is why it's so popular, I feel. A lot of people start out with this as their first Chanel, just because, you know, it's more practical in the sense that it's more affordable, if you will, and it's a little less intimidating than to, you know, think about getting a classic flap as your first Chanel. But yeah, the black and caviar leather is super hard to find, obviously, in any style for Chanel, honestly, but especially for the wallet on chain. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell yet, but I don't have a fear of, you know, playing around with color or style when it comes to my Chanels, because I think Chanel is a tried and true brand, and you just can't go wrong with them. So, you know, I do sort of tend to stay within like the more classic silhouettes. That said, the next bag is the Chanel Mini Classic in fuchsia pink. It's definitely coming off a little like bubblegum pink on camera, but it's not. It's fuchsia pink. The leather is this not caviar, it's not lambskin, so like it's definitely not, you know, too sensitive to scratching. But damn, I forgot what this leather was called, sorry. But yeah, it's another classic flat mini. There's a zipper compartment here, and then there's a slot over there, and then here to put your stuff, and then a compartment in the back as well. But you can wear this, again, crossbody, over the shoulder, whatever you want. You can shorten the handle and then kind of like do a top handle situation, sort of like this, where it's a little shorter. Possibilities are endless, which again is the reason why I love Chanel so much, is that, you know, not only is it, you know, tried and true, and like you can just like never go wrong with their classic silhouettes, but also you can get fun with it and, you know, kind of play with different colors, and kind of play it up, switch it up with the straps, and, you know, every way that you play around with it, it feels different, you know. Yeah, the only like thing, so like if I were to give some sort of advice or, you know, tip, if you will, I guess, I don't know, I'm not a professional, I take it for what it is, but in my opinion, like, you know, when it comes to Chanel, like I would probably like invest in obtaining your first classic in, you know, a neutral color like black or camel or something like that first, because it's harder to come by. So if you are going to invest in one, you might as well, because it's evergreen, it'll be forever, but also like it's worth it because it's really hard to find, which is why, you know, resale goes for so high, because, you know, it's just so hard to find them. There really are gems. So yeah, if I were to be asked, like, you know, like, oh, like what's your advice or your tip on, you know, Chanel brand, I would say like definitely invest in your first classic piece first before you start, you know, branching off and like going into more like fun colors or silhouettes. Yeah, something that's also very helpful to know is that Chanel does do price increases pretty frequently. I think the basic is that they do it like twice a year or something. I don't know, it's been a couple years since I have purchased my last one, so I like fell out of the game almost. But yeah, so that's something to also keep in mind too, because you know, if you are seriously considering getting one, you do want to budget and kind of save up for it, so that you're not constantly missing out and kind of like, you know, constantly running against time, because they do these price increases about twice a year on the classic line. So, you know, yeah, that's like an important information to like know. So they do price increases for like select other styles, but the price increases are like a given for the classic line. So that's something that's important to know, and like that's another reason why, like, you know, if you are seriously considering buying Chanel or like investing in Chanel, like you might as well get the classic first. So yeah, next up is this guy. This is the Dior Saddle. This is not the 2018 or 19 release. This is actually the John Galliano design from the 90s, early 2000s. So it's the same, but it's different. So it's the same that in that, you know, the logo and everything, like the fabrication and everything is the same, but the flap area is a little bit different. So like this is Velcro. I believe the new version is magnetic. But yeah, this is like the original John Galliano design. It's like such a classic, right? Like as far as like Sex in the City and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a beautiful bag. Like I know there's, you know, kind of mixed opinions about the saddle bag, but I personally think it's a beautiful bag. I personally consider it a classic piece, although people think it's trendy just because of the way that it has been going around everywhere among influencers and social media since the newer updated release. But I mean, it's pretty much a classic because it's been around forever now. I think a lot of people misunderstand it for, you know, being around since, you know, 2018 or whenever it was that they re-released it. So it's the same thing with the Prada re-edition. I consider this a classic as well because, you know, this is a bag that my mom has had when I was little. And you know, the Prada nylon backpacks as well. So, you know, these are sort of like styles that, you know, will constantly come around, as well as like, you know, obviously the classic Louis Vuitton Speedy, and of course the Chanel classic flap. I can't say enough good things about, does that mean I can't say enough good things? Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Chanel. I love the brand and I stand by it. I agree with, you know, the recent conversations on like how it's so ridiculous of, you know, all the price increases, especially during the pandemic. I think they still went ahead with price increases. I do agree, like it is sort of getting ridiculous. Again, this just goes back to what I was saying earlier, that, you know, if you are seriously considering getting Chanel as your first designer piece, or you are, you know, really seriously putting thought into, you know, getting one for yourself, then I do think it's worth saving up and investing in a Chanel classic flap. I'm not saying that it's easy to obtain, and I'm not saying that it's, you know, but I do think that it's worth it if you are considering it, and you have been considering it and thinking about it for a while. So yeah, that's just like my 2 cents. I am going to finish this off with some accessories. Next up is this Fendi crossbody. It is this nylon material, and it has these star studs on it, the classic logo, and the fabric. It's pretty small, but you would be surprised. I can put so much things in here. Like I could put my keys, my phone, my inhaler, and what else? Some other things, but like I have no trouble like closing it up or anything. I don't know what the secret is. I don't know how, because as you can see, it's just like, you know, a regular crossbody. But yeah, it's great. I literally used to wear this like every single day. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have this forever, and it's in great condition and I love it so much. Yeah, next up is this Gucci crossbody. It has the classic bamboo here, and canvas. The inside just looks like this. It's a nice little rectangle shape. You can adjust the strap if you want. I used to wear the heck out of this too. It's so easy in the summer to just like throw in your essentials and swing it on. So last up is this. This is a Prada handheld like mini bag. I call it the Dumpling Bag. I'm not sure what the exact bag name is, but it's totally not practical. But it's cute. You can tie it here in the middle. It looks a lot better, like nicer when it's full, but yeah, it's just handheld by the handle like this. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but a few years ago, like bags with handles like this, like circle handles or like hardware like this, was super in. That's not when I bought this. This is actually like really old. Like I think this is like now 9 years old or 10 years old or something. But yeah, it's funny because again, like, you know, things just come back around, and if you love it and you believe in it, then go for it. I support you. But yeah, now I'm going to move on to what do you call them, like clutches. This one is from Louis Vuitton. This is, I forget the official name of it. Again, I'm really bad with like official black bag names outside of like the Chanel Classic Flap. I believe this is like called the origami or kirigami or something, and you can custom put your initials on it. It comes with 3, so this is like the main like clutch portion, and then this is, I believe they call it like the passport holder or something like that. They have the 3rd bit that goes in here, and this is sort of the card holder for it, and they all just fit inside each other. So yeah, does that. So again, it's a super classic print as far as like the monogram print is concerned, and I really like it. It's practical, it's super lightweight, and it's casual. So like I can like carry this, put my phone in here, my keys, essentials like sunglasses, gum, like whatever, hand sanitizer, and then, you know, I can either like carry it like this or carry it like handheld. There's a lot of uses for it. So I haven't used like the middle one yet though, like the second size to this, because I don't know why actually. But I definitely have used this as a card holder. So yeah, the next clutch is this Chanel clutch. It's in the chevron print. It's in this like soft pebbled leather. It's not caviar, but it's like a pebbled leather. It has this like vintage gold finished hardware, classic logo. The inside looks like this. It's pretty big. It obviously like holds a pretty good amount of stuff because it also like is able to expand quite a lot. It has a compartment in the back as well, but I carry this a ton as well. Again, I carry it like either under my arm like this or just handheld. So the last leg of this is going to be wallets. I haven't held like, or I haven't brought around like an actual like real size like wallet where you can put like cash and everything in there for a while now, just because card holders are a lot more easier. I just generally don't have cash on me, and when I do, I just don't have enough that I need it to be in like an actual like wallet like cash slot, if that makes sense. The Dior Saddle wallet, this does have a lot of compartments, as you can see, and you can put your cash on this side and cards. So it's actually a pretty practical wallet, and it's small and compact too. It actually is the matching to the bag, my Louis Vuitton like wristlet. Pretty standard. It's small though. Like, yeah, you can put in like cash or, you know, your phone or keys, whatever. It's not specifically for a wallet, but it could be used as one. But it's just a wristlet. I have, this is so old. This is actually from high school. I have the Louis Vuitton, I don't know what wallet this is called anymore, but like look how old it is. Like the leather is so, but it's so like nicely worn out, you know? It's like that nice like vintage feel to it, I guess. But you can put your coins in here if you want, I guess. I don't know what this one is for, but you can zip it. There's card slots, and then this is actually where the coins go. I think that's pretty nice. Love this wallet. This is the wallet that I'm carrying around every day for the past like 2-3 years now. Is just my Chanel Classic card holder. So it has 2 card slots in the back and 1 in the front. You can layer them, like you can put however many cards you want really, and then there is also like space in the middle for cards too, but that's sort of like, I don't use that part. It just has the authentication card in it. But yeah, that's everything. That's every single designer item that is a bag or an SLG or an accessory that I have. And I thought it would be helpful for someone out there who is looking to purchase, or you know, who had questions about them, or who just, you know, wanted to just see it in real life, but like, you know what I mean, like through the camera, you know, like in a video. But yeah, if someone happens to watch this and there happens to be some, you know, question that you have, or if I can elaborate something more, then I would be happy to do so.